they look at peace and unity, the status of another country, and with the authority then they do for improve on them. As the West African region, don't they see plenty violence and unrest and plenty them. Then people are can raise their dissatisfaction as a result of living standard, corruption, and other thing them. What are the status of them practicing as salon and what the authority then they do for improve on them so that the peace and unity will continue among citizens them. Now we focus of discussion in the today edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. For can help we discuss this program, we get John Coker, the executive director of Fambul Talk. Good morning, John Coker, and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon.
Good morning, listeners.
We get Minkailu Kurman at the program, representative of the All People's Congress APC party. Good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon.
Good morning, Musa. Good morning, Radio Democracy. Delighted to be here.
We expect Awa Samai from the Peace Commission and also the Deputy Minister for Information and Civic Education. The program Good Morning Saloon they continue, and we start with John Coker, Fambul Talk. We a organization don't they work for a very long time at different community them on peace and unity among community members them. John, good morning again and welcome.
Thank you.
When you look at peace and unity, now the country as the West African region, especially in the Sahel, don't see plenty violence them, and sometimes they lead to coup, and the citizens always can raise concern about living standard and other issues them we can lead to the anger and violence. What is Salon for do not for reach the level and they as a country, and how they assess the country peace as soon as they work on peace and unity in the country?
Thank you very much. The issue of peace, not a relative term, because it depends who that you talk to. Like yesterday, I been in one village in Moyamba district, and the woman there, we began a general conversation. They went to and say, thank God, thank you. For now, we get peace. We go to bed, we're not afraid. So to them, the place really peaceful. You get different variables then for assess the peace in the country. But by the international standards, Sierra Leone dropped 19 places, according to the Global Peace Index, which is not good in terms of the message to investors. However, I think it largely get to do with communication. The government get for try for communicates to the people beyond just the city, because the people with the outside of the city, they're easily manipulated, more so by people who get interest for make things not go before, because of some for them political reasons, or others because they know they do as they promise, so they're not able for deliver, and it's all about communication. So we believe say what in the government for do, because the government are irresponsible for peace now the country, now then we vote for, and now then we believe say for manage the peace process. So therefore try for communicate more to the people. Therefore try, most of the town halls, therefore try for move them outside, make people know what in the lead to the hardship. Make them know say the two parties they're responsible. APC and SAPP, if they work together, Sierra Leone will go before. But if one they do something, the other one they wait say for pull them down to after 5 years, now we on turn. Now we the people then will continue for suffer. So with the hope say, this might be a turning point, now that we see small things they happen now different quarters. We look forward to an atmosphere where the two parties then will continue for dialogue in the interest of peace in the country.
Now, you mentioned the 2024 Global Peace Index. Salon dropped 19 places down. What are some of the reasons then as soon as they work on peace for this drastic drop?
Well, as I tell you, again for do it different, with man say variable, different reasons them. And you no need for be a rocket scientist for no say, we get tension at the country. From the election period, to early this year, there were tensions around. and then tension and then they lead to, people for question waiting go happen, the level of uncertainty. But now that make we believe say a day in the interest of both parties, because then all the claims say now for the people then they work, now for the people then they try. So if they work together, we go see better thing in the country. And by the way, I go on for use this platform for congratulate the government for the MCC we then sign, and we hope say this could be a turning point. Make them not just look at and say, not just the government for implementer. Make them find a way for other people. Make them make a more inclusive, so everybody gets a stake in the outcome of development.
All right, as you mentioned, say opposition self gets big role for play for make the country continue to enjoy peace and democracy. But another side of the coin go say again, the ruling party more gets stake, for maintain some of them thing there because now then in power. What do you think say now some of the thing them way government in power for do for let the country be stable?
First, now for me they engage, me them continue for engage. But the question maybe make a look at them back and forth. What did the government for do and what did the opposition back for do? What did the government for do now for reach out, engage, be sincere? What did the opposition for do? Forget about holding them, for strangle the system, waiting for you 5 years. In 5 years, can you go for begin back zero? Let's look at a government of continuum, whereby you come, you continue. So they all two get a role for play. Even though we say yes, the government of the day for take the lead, for take the initiative, we all agree on that. But make we go back 6 years down the road, when SAPP be there as opposition, we get the famous or infamous bread and butter, economy. Things will change. Things will, happen overnight. But when they realize with the magnitude of the problems, then really say, this is not easy. So now it takes a while for bring back the economy. So usa would they so? So make we assume say if the opposition back sincere about the desire for serve the people of Sierra Leone, may not look forward to whenever they come, they go start back. May they look forward for work with the existing government. So whenever they come, because we know say them two parties as soon as they get the country. For now, we will not see a third force yet. So when they come, now continuity, then go enjoy the time. But as it is, sometimes I can even feel say, the politics in the country is not as enjoyable as it would be, down the road. Now politicians they're all afraid for talk, things we need to get an atmosphere where the politicians then see a common denomination, which is development for the people of Sierra Leone. They all together work together.
All right. According to the TRC report, you get different in them. We may make tension in the country, like bad governance, injustice, corruption, condition of living, and the rest. Are we foreseeing some of them things there at this moment?
Most of the things that way the TRC identify as part of the root causes of the conflict. I mean, if we want to be very sincere, they're still there with we. And most of them, some they don't take measures, but they not take the measures within the framework of for make we get sustainable peace. So within that context, one of the things that we all get for look at now sincerity of purpose. May the politicians then feel say they're ready for serve the people. May they not just look at themselves. And the same thing back, the winner take all. That winner take all, if we not address that, create a level playing ground. We go begin see, they go begin bash this now for the MCC. Whilst if you look at that, now for the ordinary Sierra Leonean. So we all get a role for play.
Continue for the week inside the program in name na John Corker, in the executive director for Fambu Talkers with there for assess the country in peace and waiting at some of the things they will for do as a country so that the country will continue to enjoy peace and democracy.
The program now Good Morning Saloon in the country from 98.1 FM. We expect our Samai from the Peace Commission for Genvi and representative from the Strategic Communications Unit, now the Minister of Information and Civic Education. But meanwhile, we get Minkailu Kurma, representative for the All People's Congress APC party at the program. Once again, good morning and welcome to the program Good Morning Saloon.
Good morning, Musa. Delighted for the year.
We topic today now peace, and we look at the Salon performance that the International Peace Index from 2023 to 2024 don't drop. As an opposition, what's your makeup of this?
Bad news for the country. As an opposition, our responsibility for keep the peace, and that is what we've done over the years. We all know, say, if APC not been patriotic to this country and will not be keep the peace, like for they talk about different thing altogether. We know from 2023 to date, after the elections, waiting to unfold, even prior to the elections, conditions have been there way for make the country very unpeaceful or rather ungovernable. The All People's Congress suppressed then things then they. I mean, starting with the midterm census, the boundary delimitation, we remove the constituency-based system, bring calm district block. We see after the elections the number of seats where APC then take from winner western urban and rural. We see a lot of things, and we see outright rigging of the elections. But with all of that, even though we being say we know the go na parliament, we know they participate in governance, but we agree back for going at the Bintumani, conference. We go sit down and dialogue with government. We get the agreement for national unity, and when I see how APC participate in the implementation of that agreement, till later when I see we MPs and go na parliament back, councillors and chairpersons and mayors and go na the councils and back. When I also see we participation at the tripartite committee, and even after the tripartite committee report come out, when I see how the All People's Congress don't conduct itself very, very proper, and we don't keep the peace of the country. What to make we do all of them here? I hear me brother John from Famble Talk being the talk say, for we will understand waiting a peace and waiting a governance. Most of the things that we did at the TRC recommendation, we are yet to effectively address them. We agree say Tijan Kaba address Boku. I mean, we come to the building of institutions, state institutions. I mean, the establishment of the institutions, and they will go address some of the root causes of the war. We see the Anti-Corruption Commission. We see the Office of the Ombudsman. We see a lot of institutions. We see, I mean, post-war reconstruction. We see how address the police. We been get it bidul in this country. Then call an out force for good. We see how reform the military. We get Office of National Security. All lengthy and day. Now the TRCB recommends Sierra Leone for do them for keep the peace. However, the most important things them we get for do with youth unemployment, we get for do with human rights violation, we get for do with bad governance in general, political intolerance, then still very visible in the country. And some of them things that they will not address them adequately, it will continue for affect the country very seriously, and the peace go they drop. But what we don't avoid for do, like when my brother have been they say, if they look forward to an opposition, we go work with government, but not for strangle government, because government are continuity. I want to make it abundantly clear that the opposition we they represent, the APC, the main opposition, don't always ensure say we not strangle government, otherwise we not for cooperate with government. Even though the challenges them Boku, we still go ahead for cooperate with government. We also don't make a point of duty for make sure say, even though they don't blackmail we to a very large extent, you see. After August 10 at this country, the president, we forbid the fountain of honor, come out plain and say the opposition na terrorist. And we all know what terrorist mean. All of that get for do with the peace of the country. Now we take a look at Yayi Musa just now, they mentioned the Sahel region. We to make you unpeaceful, unsettled. Now because of the activities of extremists, terrorists, and pirates them. But Sierra Leone, we dey far from that day. And I think so we forgive self a tap on the back. We for continue for address the things that we go make peace, continue for then at the country, so that we go move again for occupy with position we been get now the global peace index. But as an opposition, we not welcome the news, it's bad, and we go do everything possible for ensure say we complement the effort of government for make Sierra Leone get good governance. Now that we look forward to.
All right. I mean, Kailu, allegation over the past year now that on a party don't they create tension at the country by way how una supporter them, and even people at the party can then social media they say bad things them way can lead to tension. In any way the party don't involve into some of the allegation here?
I mean, that is a baseless allegation. In fact, it is unfounded. Nobody not go say APC they create tension at the country. The people are waiting at social media. Me, they on record. The party they on record. For don't condemn them, they outrightly. In fact, it they in writing. The one that we refer themselves to bloggers, where they incite, we some of them not even there at the country, then they oversee, say let people then demonstrate, let them come out, let them strike. We don't condemn them there outrightly. So you not go say them people and then are members of the All People's Congress. We equally get people back again, we go refer to as people when are members of the SLPP. We don't call for let them assassinate, then name the list people and then go on social media, make video and talk. So then thing and it cut across what we all for condemn outrightly. The All People's Congress, we for be commended for we position we don't take from after the elections. We all see, even though APC complains in an outright rigging, Dr. Osman Kamara, when I be the presidential candidate and flag bearer and leader, no one day authorize any demonstration or protest. He always don't keep the peace. The party leadership that is being headed by the Honorable Minkailu Manzare, Lawyer Lansana Dumbuya, always don't maintain the peace and don't make sure we don't call, we supporters them for make they all remain calm, even though people they authorize faceless demonstration. When they still press releases them, who will they condemn them thing and day. So if anybody thinks say APC they undermine the peace or APC they incite, that person they forget to rethink because he's not correct at all.
Mikhail, if you say they are not party supporters, but some of them you can see them around APC activities.
Now we get if somebody declares himself to be a supporter of a political party, and I right. The right to association is fundamental, established in the Constitution of Sierra Leone, I think chapter 3. Now, then people and they were misguided, then they across political party lines. But we now the All People's Congress, you remember say right now they undertake a process we call membership, registration and verification. Anybody who believes say they conduct itself in a proper manner, now possible they incite, we not they get a membership now party. So if the people and they put themselves together for incite violence in the country, we know how don't come out, Musa. Some of we born, just a short while before the war came at this country. We know what happened during the war, and we see how the world devastated economically, infrastructurally. We see, there was a point where maybe small. I walk from Kenema to Yomandu Station. Just after Jembe, you can Yomandu Station. Almost the boundary between both districts and Kenema. Waka take Kambo. In fact, they make check when I go say when I know the pass. Then they pass with Momid and the old one who know how they kill people, then cut and we see how they treat Pikin and Bele woman then at this country. So we not go tolerate anything we go bring war at this country. So for say APC they incite or APC get members they incite, it is incorrect to say so, and that is more so the reason where they are for condemn outrightly. And for states say we go support any peace process in this country, we go complement the effort of government. This thing have for let you govern Sierra Leone, not to say an entitlement, not to say power pan APC for their governance or SLPP for their governance. Sovereignty belongs to the people. And the people they decide whether for govern at a particular time. So if we know they governance, no means for disgruntled and create mayhem because we're in our position. No, we cannot do that. We go complement the peace process, support government, till until the time when the people of this country go think say it don't reach for law elect APC back for govern the state.
And inside the studio I want to welcome our Samai from the Peace Commission, in the Executive Secretary for the Independent Commission for Peace and National Cohesion. We now one body we government set up for get rank to peace. Now the country and they engage in different peace process them across the country since then from them after the Humanitarian Conference. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Good morning, everybody.
And welcome again to Radio Democracy.
Thank
After
you.
a while.
I know, right?
Yes. Today we look at peace and national unity. Unana body we government creates for monitor this peace and work towards them. How can describe peace at the moment?
First, I want to tell Osman and Mama Salon morning and thank you because we celebrate the Peace Month and a peaceful atmosphere. And the theme for this month now the culture, cultivating the culture of peace. Make I talk small about that topic before I answer your question. Cultivating the culture of peace is very important for Mama Salon, for Usa Udoriche, Usa Uge for Go. And this year also important because we look at, as my brother and them don't talk before, the Global Peace Index, right? Global Peace Index na indicator where the globe set up for look at how una done the run the affair of the peace and security in our country for the last 1 year. So this year the report wey been comot not been too favourable for Salone because we drop na the continent, right? We have been the third most peaceful country, and we drop from that count to the fifth, right? We still inside the first 5, but that not mean so good. And even at the sub-region, we have been the most peaceful country in the sub-region. Ghana then can overtake we, and we can second now na the sub-region. Now why this happen? Remember say after the election we been get a lot of things them wey not been too good. One, we know say we will look at the elections. After the elections we the opposition them can clearly say they know they participate in governance, and they will get beaucoup strike actions them all them thing, and then the country say the country unstable because if person then turn and they want for can set up business all day we strike, we then now we host 2-3 days business they run, not a favorable environment. We picking and up in the go school because today they go say then they go up in. But we want for tell God thank you side Papa God don't pull we from yonder to here, because we find out say the two party them willing. That now one significant thing what even being talk what been in at the UN recently what been go New York na the Security Council. I say Salone get one unique thing, but we not only this one, even from the war time to now, Salone na the country anytime we get kuskas we able for can at the table and sit down and dialogue, where some country they not get, where he always escalates from that point to war. But Salone able for sit down to we safe. It shows say we in a family if we able for sit down and come and talk to we safe. And I want for beg we say not to just the political party aspect, because we find out say most of the root causes of waiting they go on na Salone, the political party then can take them and then they escalate them, they become national issues them. But you get plenty things the way they happen na them community them, na them chiefdom them, na them region them, where we need for continue for the sidom for talk. We need for sit down for dialogue. Important if we want sustained peace na Mama Salone.
If we want sustained peace na Salone, and the theme for this year Peace Month na cultivating the culture of peace.
Yes.
But looking at the current ranking of the country, the Global Peace Index, Salone moved 19 places down from 47 in 2023 to 66. Position at the moment. And also now the sub-Saharan Africa, the country been in a 5th position and moved 3 places down now to 8th position now the sub-Saharan African. As a peace commission, una think say una effort then don't they pay off for make Salone people cultivate the culture of peace?
I want to say yes, because we always.
But so if yes, why the country to this position?
We don't they bring them. You know, Italian as I say, tit and tongue get for jam. Even if you bought, if na twin mama pull na in belle, you find out say culture situation and circumstances always they bring people them to position them way people they're not happy about. But I want to tell you say the moment we able for sit down and talk, then we go able for go back and take we former glory, and that's we don't they do. Now we see say more people in the coming, right? Like this holiday, so you find out say more people they don't say the holiday, rather than last year where people they say no, me I cancel my holiday because things they're not being favorable na the country. But this time don't hear people they want for holiday. Why? Everything don't okay back. All man they go about the normal business. Again, I want to say thank you to the two political party them, because they're willing for sit down talk from day one, and they're willing for see this country come back na right path, because then they critical and then they important. Everybody been see how then they put their own, make sure say peace then at this country, right? We also see say just like where we brother say even the for make them sit down and talk for the unity agreement, people them the two party them at the end of the day, even though when they vex pan themselves, they all to be willing for can sit down and talk. When I been very important thing,
Right.
if they not be sit down talk, even this MCC grant will not be forgotten. So all this now because the two party they're willing for say, you know what in Salone pass we all, let we all look how we dey make salon for we pikin them, for we sef, and even how we dey put the country back na the position globally, so that we all go support not just the peace but also the economic situation of the country. Because if peace no dey, remember say development no go dey. If peace no dey, we economy no go strive for make it accommodate more people than for can holiday with we, and for can help we invest in our country, and even for make we pikin them, because that is critical for education, for make we see how we pikin them will take this forward.
Okay.
Because it's important for let we be example, as the team say, let we cultivate the culture of peace. So we set something for be example, so that we pikin them go follow how we live a life peacefully.
All right, everybody they go about in normal business. That should say as a country we get peace, but the way how outside of them they look at we country in a different way. And if you check, you gonna say we suppose forget a standby force of EcoSeal na Salone, we basically according to them na for can stabilize the country in peace. If Salone get a peace, a full one, why would they get standby force?
Okay, that's very important. When you they say you are the people in the public oversee,
yeah, they see,
then they watch me. Not all the people that oversee make their standby force they come. It's important to know say this one a government be want to make this force come. So not oversee. If you go oversee right now, we rating don't improve back. We rating, if we rating not be improved, MCC need to give you this grant and they tell you for free. But we rating don't improve back. They no say we don't stable back. Everything don't come back to normal. The standby force, why then they come? Then they come for can see how they go able for work with military. They go help them train them in a professional manner. They go help them for work with them. Let them look at the gaps, the lapses, where then we your forces, then the experience, and then they go there for. It's also a test case. Remember say Salone na go where they can do but who test case them. Right? Not to even ET right now at the top. They self get the real standby force where don't go there. Right? Where they help them do similar thing them.
But according to them, for stabilize the country in peace.
Then stabilize that sustained peace. You understand?
That
it's not like we not get
issue.
peace. It's not like we not get peace. Now I make them they come like how them in country ready for eco mog, where them in for perfect. Not completely two different mission than the campaign. That eco mog mission, then them in come for perfect war. Right? This time we get peace. So this time I make most of what they do. You go see say then they work with the military for make sure say they're able to put them back in that professional manner.
Madam Samai, when you look at Salone performance during election year been better, but post election year Salone they go down in the peace index. What do you think say responsible?
When you say Salone, I remember I said the first thing I tell you when I begin to that the global peace index they look 1 year after. So waiting we see the peace year and I've been waiting a report for before elections.
So these are the election results they come out now.
Exactly. This now waiting be happy for that year. The nine.
What do you think say responsible for all this?
Of course, we know normal election years normally in a Koskasia, right? Election year na year way always can be troublesome. That is normal for every country. You go right now in America, safe. Not all the same kind thing. The regular thing they happen in America and they happen right now. You don't really say even Donald Trump then don't try for assassinate them 2 times. So if you check the global peace index, it go drop. That's a normal thing for elections here. But waiting for work for now, how will they sustain this peace after election year so that the country will go back to a normalcy?
Continue first attempt for welcome Joe Sesay from the Strategic Communications Unit, Minister of Information and Civic Education. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, Joe, we look at peace. Now, the country and national unity from the Strategic Communications Unit representing governments, waiting when I make up of the current peace status in the country.
Well, I'll start by saying that if anybody wants peace in the country and government, because we cannot deliver on our manifesto commitments if peace not there. Now, peace not the essential ingredients for development. We're very much aware of that, and I make we don't do everything humanly possible for ensure the country peaceful, for ensure we keep the country together. I listen to the discussion. I also want to say that the president will get na person wey believe in peace, na person wey like peace. You no go write Salon history for peace. This be answer if you not put in name there, because we all know the role way he play. He don't fight for this country as a soldier, sacrifice all in like. I can always say one thing, and I will always say this whenever I get the opportunity. The biggest sacrifice where anybody they make for a country, for social electing country, now where you join the army. So your man they make sacrifice pass war, because now in life with the talk, but where danger can where you the one, at the time they go there for a social you safe. President Bio, as a young soldier, then bring war out of this country out of bad governance and all that thing. Then go inside that war, they fight war of this country, protect life and property. In not happening, when they get the opportunity, it push all kind way for let peace return to this country. We will no say then and they foolish and call nobody no side, nobody no which they pa. President Bio go all out then the way he get chance for lead this country as a very young man. Abraham come, he start that peace process. We Pakaba can continue. We make daylight today. We get this peace in this country. Now make who can call and say na the father of peace, na Salon. And because of that one, he cherish this peace here. That's also the reason why anytime we get opportunity for address the nation, it go always dwell more on peace and national cohesion. Because you know say when the country peace we all come together, we go able to do more. This country we don't go through a lot of challenges. Them problems that they already face so now, they did not start today. Some of you now don't born, now don't men. We not live on that. We will go out to camp. We don't live through Salon crisis. Not to President Bio can start there. President Bio, as a matter of fact, he go inside this crisis na Salon. Because anybody who go school in the 80s, 90s, go tell you, say Salon collapse better. And we all know that one day. The president will be there at the time, JS Bobo. He tell all man say fail the country. And the country collapsed before we get war. The war can destroy every other thing. So we still they put bits and pieces together. And that's the more reason why we need for cherish this peace we get. Now me President Bio, you go all up. The peace and national the peace commission will get soon now. Now a recommendation of the TRC. But President Bio na can ensure say it come to fruition. That they all the try for tell you say this man is stand for peace. When I be they come, I be they hear me brother, and they can't listen to him. And I take some notes. There's some issues. We make he say they not be don't make bush. But also have to say any country peaceful, na country who say people they law abiding. Who say people them then they use the institutions where they keep them together, you understand, for address their grievances. Then issues are where like constitutional review, census, boundary delimitation, change about outright rigging of elections. All the other things there, constitutional review, boundary delimitation, blah blah blah. Now the law will follow. What the law stipulates, that will follow. Not violate the law in any way. If anybody be feel so violate the law as a government for the whole length in a day, if we go to court, now make the court say challenger. You understand? He also comes to election. You know go claim say somebody election we no evidence can for proof. Up to this day we ask. If you not bring evidence can at court, you know go court you say you not believe court. Bring a come back in a public domain back, but no all see by say now in this way I owe you. Nobody not show we. You understand? So as far as we concern, all the way we don't pass them. If they don't say they don't embrace peace, and we now want. Because President Bio, we always don't initiate cross-party dialogue even before with the cannabis money.
All right.
For instance, with the engage with that, this government put dialogue at the center of everything for people together. And I make then tell us how they get. Then they already enhance participatory governance. Would they make people then feel belong? You have a say in the governance of the state. Now we get in town hall then they. You understand? So we want the democracy not start where people just go vote and come on a police station.
All right.
A whole lot of things. Now a process will ongoing. And for let we get peace, we always ensure we bring people. And if you look at the president in appointment back, you understand? Go check the president in appointment. No partner in this country not represented.
But these
you understand? You look also.
But these are
progressive legislations. This president don't make progressive legislations where aimed at enhancing national development, peace and stability in this country. Pass any other president. Go check.
All right. Now, Mr. Sesay, you say because president appoints people in a different part than the country, that now one of the aspects for no say yes peace. But then people are not party people. Presidents not they appoint somebody where maybe go the APC let me Kailo.
No.
These are people's where they support the president, whether it the party or not.
No, I not agree with you. Now all man we president appoints are party people.
Most they support the president.
No, but you don't go out to most. First you say all. This
I
president appoints
80% of the people within are people not party people.
Osman, they say, you see, this are the issues them. When I go to check back, when I go check the appointment about the president make. He appoints a whole lot of people when no one they pan politics inside this government. You understand? Because he believe in their ability for serve the country as Sierra Leoneans. Make a appoint. Then they boku.
Alright, show me. Then you show the person opposition with the president the appoint.
Who's opposition? Pass it to me say APC. When naturally they no take her. But in opposition, he appoint person from other corner Kamaimba in one image.
But these are somebody with the support the president.
No, sir. You say opposition. At the time the president appoint him, she was the one he makes. You understand? To then fly there another election day. You understand me? He appoint him. Again, look like the minister na sports, James Temer. Whose party before they appoint her? Not to be SFPO, not to NDA. Okay. Other people never take for civil society. People never different because he believe in their ability for serve and deliver for the country. So as Sierra Leoneans.
Justice Elo we look at.
So not just party people at airport.
So Justice Elo look at them pointers here. So we don't mention and efforts by the states for foster peace. But when you look at the Global Peace Index for this year, the country don't go down from the usual ranking. Like for the sub-Saharan Africa, the midday field they don't go 8, and for the global they don't move from 47 or so to 66. What do you think say go wrong with all the effort here? The country they go down in the peace index as rated for this year.
Well, I think Madam Samai, you don't address that issue. As you listen to her when they talk, you understand? And she's perfectly right. Elections here, any side, na year of tension. I like other country. Okay, now forget about country. You, when I make election by 98.1, if you Usman they see eye to eye, if Usman they supported the position of na year Usman they contest.
But
you understand?
Reporters Union don't make election with the journalists. We get
reporters in the election. If this not be follow, Lord, you know, because they say na journalists. Whose election they will don't make na slide where Alala Nodi. Show me back. Right now, as we speak, a media organization they na courts. They for every appear courts this morning. Small organization say 2-3 people. So it is just like that. Motaman who say Motaman day. Now so always you don't forget. Now how na the manager? You understand? So like how Madam Samai say, we don't pass here now. And now we all effort. Me boy reserve no matter what you get for. We got to appreciate themselves your effort. They raise all the tempo, this and that, but they don't come back with all those sidom. We don't put the country first for address the issues there, and I feel say we rating will get better as we go forward, definitely.
The rating they get better as we go forward. Waiting next, we go can join with studio guests them back inside the program. Now, good morning, Salud the Council from 98.1. We'll go for a short break. We'll continue with you studio guests there.
The program na Good Morning Salon, where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Still inside the studios, we get John Cocker and the Executive Director, Fambul Talk. John, you know the different in there with different speakers they don't say inside the program this morning. At this moment, what do we need as a country for maintain the status?
Well, at least we continue for talk. You know, the parties they engage, dialogue ongoing. I mean, from Motin Ayeri, Mr. Minkailu, from his statement this morning, it sounds encouraging. I just wish the leadership of the party can make a similar statement, you know, where they really purport say, you know, not a peaceful party. This is the type of message we would need from the leadership of the parties, the political parties, for put the country above self. And I believe, say, you know, in some cases they can come out and talk frankly, but tend to reach back where they can withhold information. When tension they will expect them for clarify, come out, you know, with a statement. You know, both parties can just play along the tension and wait for see how the situation go swing. So if we try to be very decisive, it will go a long way.
The civil society will not get a role for play, and we see during the election how civil society then divided, and the public get the perception about civil society's operation in the country now. For plenty, they don't lost faith in the space. What will they do for ensure say we not come back as moral guarantors in our society for ensure say we voice matters in preaching peace?
Yes, just like the like Sludge, at some point then we get to a situation where they try to weed out the one that we just can't jump on board. They claim say they're not journalists. Now the same thing back with civil society. We get some people that we can just jump on board and say, hey, when civil society raise issues. But nevertheless, we appreciate the effort. What will we try for do now? Now work out some coalitions, see how we look at issues thematically. We're still hopeful as CSOs. The space is still there. Nobody no go complain say they talk freely. Okay. Nobody no complain say then the muzzle in speech. However, the resources, the dwindling resources in the country don't affect civil society. I just hope say, because some of we don't they argue years back, say if civil society can come together, we say for benefit from the tax, the government for find ways for support CSOs there with some of their initiatives, but the onus data we as CSOs will make we come together.
John, you think say if government start for support una will get the zeal for talk things them with government to do when are wrong?
You see, there is something about advocacy. You get you get a stage in advocacy where you always go on radio, press statements. Then you get to a stage where you prefer to engage. Me, fortunately, don't go through both phases. I go tell you, say the one way more productive than the one way they engage. When you engage, you see things done. You get credit. You don't get credit nationwide. People not gonna know the role where you play, but you go see things done. But again, for some of we be then at a stage we are in, and some did it now. They don't believe say the one waking up morning then see big headline news. This person don't say this, and in most cases, sorry to the media guys, now the negative things now they can amplify. But if a journalist, if CSO says something good about the government, then they tweak them and say, oh, that person now because he support government. But sometimes you get for commend where necessary and condemn where necessary. But it's not necessarily say you for doing in the open. But it's sometimes important.
In some situations, we don't get civil society representative them for attempts for can represent government and talk on government projects as government representatives. Them.
I don't think it's a bad thing. Because if you look at, this now the issue of communication. World Vision, CAFOD, the international NGOs, they only implement big programs alongside government. But nobody know the question they say.
We mean government, they can't talk for government ministries, department or agency.
A spokesperson?
Yes.
No, then there are no comments on that. But it's
so now the situation that they say no to that.
No, well, that no, maybe not the extreme case than they. Okay. It's possible that I don't comment much on that.
Okay.
But one thing I want to make clear is there is room for collaboration, there is room for partnership where they compromise your values. Your values remain intact. Most times now when you enter into the situation we are in, you lose your values, then you lose your credibility.
Continue for stay with me inside the program. John Coker, Fambul Talk. Continue for stay with me. Today we'll talk about peace. In the executive director for Fambul Talk. We come to Mikhailo Koroma from the All People's Congress APC party. Mikhailo, at this moment, what do you think say the country need for improve on the peace and the good name with the country don't they get before this time for seek peace?
Yeah, Musa, before I go to what we think say the country for improve on the peace, I want to respectfully disagree with a few things we my sister Awasama states and where Joe Sesay self-states. I also no go entirely agree with one or two things we may border from Fambul talk also states. But before then, my sister Awa been they try for tell me about the Global Peace Day, and he tell me about the theme when I cultivating the culture of peace. And I want believe say 43 years ago in 1981, where countries that meet now United Nations for agree say let them sanction a Global Peace Day on the 21st September 1982. 1 year later, then begin celebrate them. Then get waiting make them be celebrate that day. In fact, for we understand within a peace, we they celebrate that day. One of the things that we will observe now the world, all decided way hostilities then they or we wars then they take place. We shelling they take place, then for stop on that particular day for observe ceasefire. Unfortunately, it is not the case. We see waiting they happen in Sudan on the 21st. We see waiting happen in Lebanon, and other places suicide war than day. Where we see the culture of peace, United Nations Resolution Day, where I think that resolution 5113 or 5213, I am not certain, where they talk about the culture of peace. The culture of peace now is a circumstance in which they impose your own moral values or beliefs on other person. Now a circumstance where go make you bring calm opposing people, groups, or government for sit down a round table for dialogue and for address certain problems so they affect one and a society or within countries, among countries or individuals. And we see down there in Sierra Leone. One of the reasons where I agree with my sister say it is possible that maybe we don't go back if the next rating come. We see the Bintumani Agreement for National Unity and then Peace Commission and play a role for bring party them together. We sit down with dialogue. We agree on 8 resolutions, and we don't implement the resolutions that they say. We get the tripartite committee, we agree, the reports don't come out. All of that they add to we own accolade for say the peace process we respect on Sierra Leone. I agree with them on that side. But there is a question where you raise where you say because everybody they go about in normal business, the country peaceful. Now that's my sister states where you re-echo that question to her. I want disagree. Mean say because everybody they go about in normal business, the country peaceful. There are things where people they suppress. Waiting make the UN and other institutions and they put money for ensure say they address certain issues then. I don't want to talk about the MCC because I read Joe say the one that we go they not carry it. And when the one that we go come, we all go can sit down back for talking about the MCC. But when you look at the culture of peace, what is it defined based on UN resolution, what I don't mention, and the role APC play from who begin this particular MCC compact, where Richard Conten have been chief of staff, and we all sit to the level where SLPP can take her. So now I tap on the APC back, and how we conduct ourselves as opposition until we will get this MCC. Okay. I think so we deserve accolade for that particular MCC the way the country don't get. Right. Now that make a gladdy where the president just say then they go address electricity problem and go bridge the gap between urban and rural areas so that the country go before. Now we also know say we get reasons then for the breakdown of peace. 1 na religion, 2 na governance, and 3 na politics. One thing where they far from we are not affected by na religion. Sierra Leone a religious tolerant country. You they see Muslim they marry Christian they marry Muslim, or they go to church and mosques. It hardly for you tell if you mean a Muslim or Christian because we not fanatic religiously. So we tolerate ourselves. But when it comes to governance, you get certain conditions there. We get for do human rights. We get for do the standard of living. We boku the way people and they become dissatisfied about where they undermine the peace of the country. Okay. We need for know that the end politics. We for stop for give lip service. I get a lot for talking about. I see Musa do you want to ask question?
Yeah, I just want to say going forward, what do you expect from government as you don't highlight some of the issues them where they make tension be?
Yeah, what do we expect from government now for continue for put down tensions? I'm glad lately I listen to president. Some of his statements and how way they make, they are very guided. Yeah. Now after we will get the report we get for do the tripartite. Before the report, the president addressed the nation. I see in tone, calm. Unlike August 10, we refer to the opposition as terrorists. I see the president don't they calm down now. And I agree with Joe Sesay. We talk say government need peace more than anybody. Because suicide peace no dey, the country economy no dey thrive. investors. They know they come. You cannot be rated high in the Human Development Index or human rights rating. I agree with on that side. But at the come with the disagreement, then the point of divergence, I hope you will allow me. But expectation from government, Lord, we continue for dialogue, government and opposition, not to enemy. We go get to issues then, but in differences, they not for affect the peace of the country. We don't promise and pledge for cooperate with government so that, then go land the country safely and we go get the next election without command the majority in the ballot box, go govern the states. We are not enemies, we not go fight, we not go undermine the peace, we go support government for let progress in the country.
Before we come to other studio guests on the support peace process in the country, we start on a note of some people we post for the APC supporters or sympathizers on social media, maybe in or outside salon. They talk about things and perhaps we go paint the country some kind way. What think will be your message to them people day, if in any way they associate themselves to the APC?
Then they go be me closing message. I was might talk about ECOWAS standby force. It's saying how can sustain the peace in the country. Now, one thing with the UN and other sub-regional organizations, then they look at the money what they spend for resolve conflicts is far too much than the what they spend for prevent conflict. So if you ECOWAS standby force come, maybe if you not for Sierra Leone no more, but let's say for the Mano River Basin and the sub-region for keep an eye on the peace, then they welcome it. It's not bad at all because we get for prevent conflict from happening. We get for serve as watchdog for address the things that we will know say go undermine the peace and go lead to conflict. So then they know to batting. Lord know that we don't go up back. I don't address that the MCC we go talk about that later. Election here can always be kuskasea. It's not supposed to be so. Some minor tensions go there, but the rate at which we witness in June 2023 been very wrong. Enough for be so in this country going forward. That is why I believe say the Peace Commission gets work for do, and therefore ensure say they continue for engage political parties and government so that then tensions and they will not go see the again. I don't want to compare Sierra Leone to America or the assassination attempt on President Trump. We all know say existing president in America, they don't assassinate them. Human rights activists there like Martin Luther King Jr. and others, then kill them. So America, it's common for them. We Sierra Leone, not common at all.
You message to APC supporters on social media. We'll not get better time again.
You still don't want for make address all the issues the way I want to address. But however, if you time not day, I go left juicy say for another time. Men I can meet at various levels. My message to APC supporters is very simple. We na a law-abiding party, and I want to tell me brother John from Fambul Talk say me position na APC position. I know they have to represent myself. Me I'm in Kailu Kuruma, but they are as one of the official spokespersons for the All People's Congress. Whatever state here, now waiting APC don't decide for make with states. The leadership under Min Kailu Mansari, Honorable Alaji Min Kailu Mansari, Lansana Dumbuya, believe say the country for be peaceful. We support us there for understand say without peace we not go make progress as a country. And the one the way in our social media they incite violence, therefore stop, going forward. We as a political party no get room for tolerate that day, and we don't make it abundantly clear. Say anybody who they incite violence, not a member of the All People's Congress.
Thank you very much, Mikhailo Kurma from the All People's Congress APC party. Awa Samai from Peace Commission. What in the way forward as we round up the program?
Okay, I want to say way forward. Let we look at. I will again go back to the theme of the year. Cultivating the culture of peace. Again, I go want for continue for tell opposition, thank you, and the people of Salon plenty thank you, because I think we don't do well. From USA we don't come out to USA we don't do. If I start with the opposition, una don't do well, una thank you, una cabo, but it's not enough, because one of the things they want to know as with the dialogue, we want to see more support for Mona. Plenty thanking day. I can ask like where they want travel, government officials they want travel. I can say I know they see opposition people and they go with una. And then they can say that they invite them, then they turn and down. They say they no one they support her, they see the people and they go with the government delegation. Now different international, which is a main not like say that they support the government. What you wanna for realize this is governance, not a government. Una understand that two different things they talk. So governance is different from the government of the day. Una for see they participate. For example, when we go na the UN, the hunger, we see where Biden they go talk, opposition them in day. Then go support them government, the government of the day for governance and for make a statement to the world. I think say now that's what they see from opposition. It not mean say they support everything where the government they do. We not say the two parties they under the all day words of war and the issues them out and they articulate waiting that the government want and waiting the opposition want. It good for loan and the oppose. But when it come for governance, let us see say Salon win are one people. That's a part of cultivating the culture of peace. That's a part of democracy. Please, I want at the beg una make una they participate enough. When I come to civil society una ask questions them, but how una they see civil society they participate with government. It's always important. For example, the Peace Commission, we need to work in isolation. We make sure say that all the districts them will get peace coalitions them. Then organization where we done the work on peace before the commission are just 3 years old. So people them in there where we done the work on peace before they set up the commission. We can't work in isolation. They understand the terrain and we they work with them. So if them people then they come and talk on issue they will they work with or project or program they will they work, they get the rights for do that. Because now we they implement through them. We can't if we want to take staff them for implement all the program then a problem. We'll not even get the money.
Right.
But there some of them, as John said, some of them already get the money. Waiting no more with the realign with strategic plan, make sure say we all work in common so that the country go work in consonance.
Okay.
Then we also want to talk about waiting me brother talk about conflict prevention.
Alright, quick one.
It's
We don't get
important.
better time.
Yeah, I summarize. It's important. This UN Secretary General in goal, one of in vision for the world. Now for make the states them own the peace process then. Because if war they be too many sides in the country, you are not going to support all sides.
Okay.
So conflict prevention critical for make we able for the dialogue and talk to ourselves is very, very important.
Alright.
And finally, now that one of the things them what we they do what we'll continue for work on that, I can spend time they talk about Anayaso before we launch them. Now the fragility study. We get for can look at the fragility of the country for make we go for sustain peace properly. We get for do a study now all the 190 chiefdoms then and look at what's at the problem then because each chiefdom get a unique problem.
Okay.
So if we're able to solve 30% of them problem then they before the next election, I sure say we go enjoy a peaceful election just like old brother say. We don't want that kind of election or then past election them for repeat themselves again na Mama Salo.
Plenty thank you for joining inside the program. Over to you, Joe Sesay. You hear from Minkailu and our Samai. What you expect from opposition going forward?
Well, so make us always say one thing. We salon sweet for we all. A bitter for we all. Yeah. So like how my brother talk this morning. You don't tell me he talk this kind of way. But this is very good for we because this now can always talk. If I learn sit down and talk before I go make alahala una puepel, then una can sit down and talk. You understand? One way we go really prevent conflict and follow they get constant dialogue. We and them more because now we too more than the accused. We alahala they be in a salon. SNPP, APC, that we more than the accused. So now we always they talk. Once we talk, we feel say we go able for the big progress. But then me na politician or like kind self. One or two issues like which they call a quick like use them for round up. One.
I think Joe Sesay Mikhail will not be get time for response to you.
No, but
because
I know if you don't
this
talk
space.
for 1 minute, everybody don't take 4-5 minutes for close. Let me say take a close.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. Quick one.
August 10. Tonight, say President call them opposition as terrorists. Yeah. President refer to the people them we finance, organize and participate by August 10 as terrorists. Pass if you say now you people level. And what they do so now terrorist acts. You come on a host camp, you can't kill policemen, you can't bomb people in the house, you destroy government property. They are terrorist acts. No other way not there for describe that one day. A terrorist act.
Okay.
Ordinary stabbing na Western countries. If they able see small waiting and call for and the detention a terrorist act, yeah.
Okay.
Then the other one back one need for me very clear now. They say they for sharing the accolade of the MCC. We the regular work together. But we want to man for them to know. When I be stop at threshold. For them to take out to compact, we pass critical good governance indicators, including the handling of corruption. We all here on the one able pass them.
Alright.
And I can go to compact to develop.
Alright.
But we
the way forward.
the way we now work together because now we all involve us Sierra Leone because this one council now they can't transform Sierra Leone. Now this president you don't talk from the one. You understand? Say it transform Sierra Leone. With energy now
the
they can't transform Sierra Leone. So it is about all of us working together.
Alright.
How the council also maybe brother who don't talk so quiet to this morning. Let us support the go share for me. I get beaucoup party in APC.
Alright.
You understand? And the whole see self, how the whole self, where people under decision and so they happy. That they reduce the tension.
Okay. Mikalo na one of it party them.
Mikalo, ask her, let me party.
Okay, we got quick one.
I think it's also fine for me to look at the way forward. The way forward with the theme. The way forward with the theme, cultivating peace. I think say the government, the peace commission, we all for try for involve the youth then. You know, like we now farm we work with about 32 schools where we get 50 students in each as peace ambassadors for cultivate a culture of peace within their communities, dialoguing with their community members, make them learn about what happened during the war. So basically, not just as an event, but peace now a process.
Thank you very
much. Continue throughout.
Thank you very much, Koka, for joining me in today's edition of the program Good Morning Saloon. And if you just join me now, this program will end for today.